So I don't know if you've been keeping track of the TCG metagame lately, but something interesting has been happening. Basically, a few decklists have been back to playing some fusion monsters that we haven't really seen since Predaplan Verte Anaconda. As a matter of fact, Dragoon is back stronger than ever, and quite a wide variety of decks are playing it. The Despia deck could easily summon it using either the Light Hextale Fusion or Dark Magician, but none of these cards are needed anymore. They can now turbo it out using Duality on either Fleur de Lis or Grand Guignol, which is extremely easy to do. That means they now have an extremely easy to access Omni Negate that can either protect themselves from Ash on the Branded Fusion, or a Bestial Monster on Gimmick Puppet Nightmare. The deck is an absolute nightmare to deal with now. But obviously Despia could not be the only deck using Dragoon. Some Labyrinth decks, and I said some, not all, are using it. So the trap-heavy version of Labyrinth that is not using the furniture monsters might actually want to consider this package. And by package, I'm talking about the good old Red Eyes Fusion with the actual bricks. A ratio of 3 good cards to 2 bad cards, it's up to you if you really want to play it. If you really want to, you can actually up it to 6 good cards to 3 bad cards if you want to play Red Eyes Insight and Red Eyes Wyvern. The one issue with that is that it doesn't really play well into Shifter and Rise Art, which are actually buys if you're playing Red Eyes Fusion. As a matter of fact, a single Red Eyes Fusion is enough to make you win going second against Kashtira. You're gonna be summoning Dragoon, they can't really do anything about it because they don't really end their board on any Omni Negates, and of course, the Dragoon can pop twice and burn for a lot of damage. So you're gonna be able to immediately destroy their Fenrir and a Rise Art, and then you got yourself a huge undestructible monster that is really painful for them to deal with. So yeah, with one single card, you got to burn for 5400 damage, destroy 2 of their biggest monsters, and you got to summon a really big boss monster that is also an Omni Negate. Yeah, I think I'll take that any day of the week. And also going second, it's really broken, of course, because you can protect yourself from Duster evenly and Lightning Storm. But again, the drawback is the bricks that you have to play for the engine to work. And to be completely honest with you, that might be the reason why Labyrinth and Eldritch might not always want to play that package. On the opposite side of the spectrum, though, we have the Branded Fusion package. That one is way more simple. All you really need is Branded Fusion, Fallen of Albaz, and a couple of light monsters and some extra deck space. It's really bad against the Kashtira board, unlike Dragoon, because Mirror Jade is the monster that you're trying to summon, and it can't really use its effect under a Rise Art. The graveyard does matter if you want to be able to use the effect of Mirror Jade to banish a card on the field, so that's kind of a bummer. But unlike Dragoon, you're not discarding anything, and if anything, you're getting advantage with the graveyard effect of Albion every turn. So one single Branded Fusion gets you a Mirror Jade that can banish monsters without targeting and without destroying, which is already good for trap decks that struggle with that. But also, you're consistently getting advantage with the effect of Albion so that you always have more gas for next turn. I want to say it's definitely more popular than the Dragoon build for that reason alone. Anyways, next up is, yet again, another kind of forgotten fusion monster. And I'm actually talking about Destiny Hero Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, and it's far from bad. You're gonna be summoning DPE using Fusion Destiny by sending Dasher and Celestial from deck to grave. And unlike Red Eyes Fusion, Fusion Destiny locks you for the rest of the turn, not for the full turn. And there is no Verte Anaconda, obviously, so the goal is actually to hard draw the card, unlike back in the days. You also want to take advantage of potentially drawing the Destiny Hero monsters because they're usually bricks. Fortunately, Vanquish Soul is by far the best deck to do so because even if you draw the Destiny Hero monsters, they at least kind of serve a purpose. You can reveal them for the effect of your Vanquish Soul monsters to bounce back cards with Madla, for example, or draw cards with Burger. And a deck like Vanquish Soul that has to grind the game in order to win definitely can benefit off of DPE. Not to mention that, of course, drawing 2 cards is always appreciated regardless of what deck you're playing. And honestly, even the effect of Dasher might actually come in handy. Overall, it's a great engine in Vanquish Soul, but also in Sky Striker. There's pretty much no conflicting with your Sky Striker cards because DPE can always destroy itself and then come back next turn on the opponent's standby phase, and then destroy itself again, and then clear your board so that you can start using Widow Anchor and Shark Cannon. Not to mention that you're also fueling your graveyard with a spell card and also a future Pot of Greed. But this engine is not just limited to these decks because even Labyrinth can technically play it. And this time even the furniture build can take advantage of it because worst case you just discard the Destiny Hero monsters with the furnitures and it doesn't really matter. But then again, just like Mirror Jade, going second, DPE plays extremely poorly into the Kashtira deck. Either way, I just want you to know this. These fusion monsters might be forgotten by most, but not by all. And it's just a matter of time before they start seeing competitive play seriously again. You want to be conscious of these cards and make sure you have outs to all of the cards I just listed. But with that being said, that's all I had to say for this video. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and let me know your thoughts about these monsters in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.